been hungry countless times at soccer games when I was little. My mom would always complain to me that I was always grumpy and a complete mess to deal with because I was hungry all the time. So she came up with an idea, well, not really came up, but helped substitute an idea to help me. She made protein balls. For every single game, my teammates would line up in line just to get some because they were really good, and they helped us have energy throughout the entire game. So with this, I was thinking of making sunflower seed protein balls for you guys to have a beneficial snack to help, which is more healthy rather than more yummy. I have made them in the past so many times that I know the recipe like the back of my hand, and it is one of my favorite snacks in the entire world. Food is a necessity to all humans because we need that food to help us go throughout the entire day. If we just eat when we're just want to eat or when we're not really hungry, it's not very beneficial to our systems. So it is important we fuel our bodies in the right way that helps us live longer and have happier lives. So we will first measure out the ingredients for this delicious snack and then mix them together in a wonderful masterpiece before saran wrapping up with some benefits to healthy eating. So let's get started. Now, when dealing with food, the recipe isn't as important as making what is more beneficial to you. If you are deathly allergic to sunflower seeds, you will probably want to stay away from the sunflower seed butter. But in this case, we're going to first measure out our 2 cups of sunflower seed butter. And we're going to add our wet ingredients first because it's easier to deal with that than trying to mix them all together at once. So we'll first measure out these 2 cups of sunflower seed butter, and then we will add in 2 tablespoons of agave, which is a substitute for honey, but if you'd rather prefer honey, that's another option for you. And then we will add in our 2 cups of oats, 1 cup of coconut shavings, and 2 scoops of protein powder. Now there are substitutions to this recipe. If you want to spice it up a little bit or shake up the mix, you could add M&Ms, Red Hots, or any type of candy that suits your flavor. Or if you don't like some of these ingredients, you can substitute in peanut butter or any other sticky base that'll help form the balls. So now we'll move on to mixing the ingredients. So it's more beneficial to mix in the wet ingredients before you mix in the dry ingredients, just so that you don't get a clump of butter before you get a clump of agave. So now we'll mix in our dry ingredients with the oats, the protein powder, and the coconut shavings. Now, as you're mixing, you're going to want to mix towards the center and then towards the outside of the bowl, scraping the bowl occasionally to make sure that you get the entire mixture all together. If you're noticing while you're mixing that your mixture isn't exactly wet enough or it's clumpy, you're going to want to add more agave or honey or any other wet base to make it form the ball better after you're done. So what you'll do is you'll mix it into a nice big ball together. And then once you have it all mixed together pretty well, you're going to chill it for 1 hour. That way, that when you form your balls, they don't all kind of just fall apart. So you'll place this in the refrigerator for 1 hour, and then after that, you will take a cookie dough baller or a melon baller, or you can use your hands and form 2 to 3 inch ball sizes. This way that they're big enough to satiate your hunger, but also not too big to make you feel lethargic throughout the day. So after you do that, you'll place them in an airtight container and refrigerate. This should be your end result. Just simple little protein balls. Now, after we have covered all of that, there are some benefits to healthy eating. I mean, we have to think about our dietary needs. Your body is different for every single person, and with that, you have to fuel your body to the right amount. Think of it like that food pyramid that we learned in elementary school. You don't want too many oils or saturated fats, and you also want an equal balance of carbohydrates, dairy, and protein. In this instance, carbohydrates can be your frenemy. In most cases, they're really good. They help fuel you up for the entire day. But sometimes if you eat too many of them, you'll become lethargic because all of that carbohydrates are stored in your fat. And so you'll feel like a donut if you're running out on the soccer fields. Another aspect of this is that when you eat, you need to eat when you need to eat and not when you just want to. It's better for this because then you train your body to only eat what you need to rather than what you just feel like you should be eating. So it is important we learn portion controls when learning how to eat better for ourselves. So today we covered what we needed to make the mixture for our sunflower seed protein balls. We then mixed them all according to how we should mix them so that they come out perfectly delicious before wrapping up with some perks to perfect eating. Now, after I've learned all of these recipes, I've learned that I finally have a snack that'll help me fight back the hunger that so many of us face every day. Thank you.